Hey guys, welcome to Cryangel Gaming presents Fallout 4 mods for the PlayStation 4. As always, bringing you well, not so much the latest mods, but this week we're going to be concentrating on the crafting mods, which I know is something a lot of people might want. I was hoping this actually might have been something that was covered in last week's, in the contraption, not last week, last fortnight's with the contraction workshop, but that actually turned out to be a little bit of disappointment compared to some of these other ones. So yeah, we're going to be concentrating on crafting this week, and last week, if you missed it, we covered the latest mods. I've also put out a new video for the what's it called the creation club stuff. Basically, it's nothing new in there, so if you are looking for new creation club mods, there isn't anything. I'll save you the time on that, but there is a bunch of discounts at the moment on some of the various items, or some of them even to 100% off. So basically you're getting a free creation club mod. That is on two of the suits, the horsepower armor and the sci-fi outfit. I can't even remember what the hell it's called, but I'm sure we'll come across some mod for it in this anyway. If I could just ask, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, I've actually changed the live thing now to basically, I want to try and raise awareness of the fact that if you do want to support a YouTube channel or a YouTuber, then please leave a like on the videos. It does mean a great deal to us, and it helps to actually show that we're doing something right and that you are enjoying the content. I know it's not always easy on the various mobile devices that you might be watching on, or if you're watching this through the PlayStation 4 or any other means, then I know it's not always the easiest thing to try and find the like button. But please, if you can, try and leave a like on the videos. It does mean a lot to us, and to me especially, being a lower tier like YouTuber, something like that just actually shows that the audience is actually enjoying what you're actually doing, and I do appreciate everybody who tunes in each and every week to watch this content and the other content that I have on the channel. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to get straight into this because I am as always. Uh, First off, we have got throw fuel, and basically this one's straightforward. It just means that you can throw the fuel canisters, throw fuel, gas, oil cans, and you can craft them as well. Straightforward. Second one along, better assaultron blade. Requires the DLC for the automatron. Increased base damage from 17 to 19. Adds weapon mods used by the revolutionary sword and the Chinese officer's sword as well. So things like serrated blade, electrified serrated blade, and a stun pack upgrade as well. I don't even want to guess what this one is. Squanchy. Okay. Craft newspapers at the chem lab, like Jet. And there is no other real description on that. I'm just trying to see what it does. Any description on it? Basically, oh yeah, you're gonna shit on the floor. That's the real immersion mod for you on that one. And this one is by Invoker Grey, so yeah, as you've probably seen if you've covered if you've watched a couple of the videos, Invoker Grey does pop up, and these mods usually do make me laugh. Legendary Pip-Boy skins. These are additions to the Creation Club mods that are actually out there at the moment. As you can see, there is quite a lot of different skins if you are looking to have a different colour Pip-Boy. Next along, we've got Fire Caltrops. This requires the DLC for Far Harbour. Craftable with Science and Poo. This mod adds a new caltrop that has a bit of flames added, more stagger for more fun. You can drop them all over the floor like a landmine kind of thing. Hellfire Power Armor NPC Grenade Beacon. He cloned the workshop NPCs, gave them the Creation Club Hellfire Power Armor, and made a grenade beacon craftable to spawn. Must have the Creation Club Hellfire Power Armor for this mod to even begin. So yeah, it's just an additional mod if you have got the Hellfire Power Armor to basically make them spawn left, right, and centre. Again by Invoker Grey. Pip-Boy Black with legendary stealth effect. As you can see on this one, this adds the legendary stealth for the Creation Club Black Pip-Boy paint job. Must have the Creation Club Black Pip-Boy Black to be able to actually use this mod. Must be unequipped when you install the mod. Oh, this is it. Morgan's spacesuit was the one I was trying to remember before. Basically, this is buildable Morgan's helmet and suit, again by Invoker Grey. He does a lot of the mods for the new Creation Club content, if you can call it that. Basically, this just gives you extra stuff. If you have purchased the Creation Club mods, as I mentioned before, the Morgan's spacesuit and the horsepower armor are currently free. If you go onto Creation Club. So the build for this is actually build the Morgan spacesuit at the chem lab like cutting fluid. This is the base object and will be affected by other mods. And build just the helmet or the suit. These are new objects and will not be affected by other mods. The new helmet and suit have the same stats, not bust, but you must have the Creation Club Black Morgan's spacesuit mod from Creation Club to be able to actually do it. Like I said, Morgan's spacesuit is currently free, so if you are after just the suit part of this, then you can get it at that moment. Unofficial DLC Project X Milestone 36. He's basically an update to an existing mod on this one, and he's fixed some of the wild foods not counting as food. Fixed most wild foods not counting as food in survival mode. Corrected a bug causing blood leaf to not stockpile in settlement. Again, needs the DLC for pretty much everything at the moment. Okay, terrible Pip-Boys, moddable auto stim Pip-Boys. This mod makes the Pip-Boy moddable and adds 2 new moddable Pip-Boys, which both have auto stim inject features. The Pip-Boy medical unit and the Pip-Boy advanced medical unit. And okay, so basically it gives a bunch of different mods for your Pip-Boys. Calls these Echo Lake Lumber. Okay, but yeah, if you've played Far Harbor, this is one of the areas you can actually go to. It's been a while since he cleaned up the pre-existing settlement, but he recently got a season pass, so he thought he would give Echo Lake Lumber a go. This one is one of his favourite settlements in the game, and he's very pleased with how it turned out. He's done a lot to the settlement, including rebuilding the main structure, opening the small structure, getting rid of all the trash debris, expanding the build area to include the nearby vendor stands, rebuilding the bridge and spectator stands, and adding to the dock. So yeah, if you have played Far Harbor, this is one of the areas that you can unlock as you play through the game by helping Little Bertha. So yeah, as you can see, if you did like this place as a potential settlement in the Far Harbor area, then this probably will help you a little bit more. Going on, speaking of Far Harbor, actually quickly before I do move on, for anyone who follows the modded gameplay that I actually do, as you'll know, last time I uploaded was anything Fallout related, I actually did a virtual tour around my house, my real life house, which I recreated in the game. You can check that out on the Fallout 4 modded gameplay playlist. So it's on the to view. If you just want to see what the completed house looks like, I've actually uploaded that separate as well. But if you want to see the time-lapse speeded up version of me completely building the house from start to finish, that is up on the playlist. That is on the videos at the moment as well. Well worth it. I added as much royalty-free music in as I could to make the viewing experience less painful. Unless you absolutely hate rock music, in which case, unfortunately, I couldn't do anything else on that. But yeah, it is on there. Check it out, and I think you'll be happy and amused by some of the things that I actually did whilst I was actually making that, including adding little nuances and stuff which you'd only get in a real life house, like recycle bins outside the house and other little bits and pieces like that. Regarding Fallout 4 gameplay, I currently uploaded today the last bit of the uh, leftover footage I had after completing Fallout 4 main story. It's basically me going around and talking to the railroad Minutemen, whoever you can actually talk to once the Institute is actually down. And then it goes into me crafting the Nuka Girl rocket suits and crafting multiple versions, so you do get to see it. It is basically a mod showcase right at the end of it. So if you are looking to have the Nuka Girl rocket suit as a outfit, then please have a look at it, because it's on there, and there are about 4 different versions of the suit, I think it is, that you can actually equip through the chemistry station. And I crafted all of them, and I put them all on one by one for you to actually have a look at and see which one appeals to you more. There's versions with the helmet, without the helmet, showing her, without showing her, and etc. and so on. So yeah, check those out, and don't forget to leave a like as well. Right, moving on to the next one, cup of coffee. Simplified the cup of coffee recipe, removing coffee tin utility recipe. Pretty straightforward. Beverage recipe now requires 1 purified water, 1 slit bean, produces 1 cup of coffee. When you consume a cup of coffee, you get the same boost as a Nuka Cola Quantum, no rads since you cooked them out. For the recipe to show up in a cooking station, you'll need to have at least 1 coffee cup and 1 coffee pot in your inventory, or the workshop inventory. The coffee cup and coffee pot will not be consumed when you make coffee, you just need them to basically kickstart it. Special jumpsuit, Vault jumpsuit special enhancements. Character requirements, perk armor level 1 and perk science level 1 as well. Adds an additional enhancement attachment slot to all base game Vault jumpsuits that allow the user to buff one of the special attributes. Currently supports Vault 75, 81, 95, 101, 111 and 114, as well as their respective clean variants as well. PlayStation 4 Workshop Bank. This mod allows you to control the contents of container workshops in Sanctuary Hills. Added wall of safes, deposit boxes associated with container workshops. Access to contents of the cell open only after the capture of a settlement from vanilla. So basically, my interpretation, shall I say, of this, as you can see from the little screenshot there, or maybe if you can't, I'm going to just go over it anyway. This basically will let you have a wall of safes in Sanctuary Hills, which once you have unlocked a settlement, will let you then access all of the various different things that you might have stored at another settlement. I'm guessing this is a workaround for if you don't want to have the transitioning travelers between each of the settlements, or maybe it's just for safe storage. I'm not too sure, but yeah, if you're looking for something like this, then obviously check it out. Power Armor Tesla packs. Requires a DLC for Automatron, Far Harbor, and Nuka World. This mod adds a Tesla pack seen on the Automatron T60 unit to the already existing Power Armor miscellaneous mod Tesla coils. This also adds for all DLC suits, meaning you need them, this feature as well. Many more are included in the larger scale mods, hints of immersion, and so on and so forth. Creation Club Power Armors that have the Tesla coil option as a mod should be compatible with this mod. No guarantee though, as you can't modify those suits with the Creation Kit. So there you go. Moving on to the next one. Bowling Ball Pitch. Okay. Requires the DLC for Far Harbor, and unfortunately the guy hasn't uploaded any screenshots other than the coding for this one. The weapon is reskinned grenade that looks like a bowling ball. The projectile is a reskin seeking missile. If you use the gun with the targeting system, they might work together, craft them like grenades. Okay. Human Cooking, PlayStation 4. It requires the DLC for Automatron. Are you not tired of the ordinary meal. You can eat humans. Let's produce a nice dinner. Okay. Yeah, one of the other things I was going to mention about the current gameplay footage I'm actually doing, I have actually jumped forward. When you, if you do tune in, I previously advertised at the end of the video that I was going to be going on to a Automatron next, and unfortunately, I got 3/4 of the way through. In fact, past 3/4 of the way through, and I encountered a game-breaking bug. Basically, when I finally got to the point where I was entering the Mechanist's lair, I was greeted with, as soon as I entered the Robco building, I found that I was experiencing a severe glitch. Sort of bug thing where you were seeing through all the environments and everything else, and you just couldn't progress through without the game completely crashing up on you and freezing. So, and every single time I tried to go back in, tried disabling mods and all kinds of things, it didn't work. So I've had to abandon the Automatron mission. I actually kept all my footage and I've actually saved it into a hard file, which I can hopefully use in the future if I can fix it. If not, though, I might have to just skip over the Automatron gameplay or just upload what I had up to entering the Mechanist lair. When you do see the first video for the Far Harbour, I did include an example of what I was on about with being able to see through the entire game world as soon as you enter the Automatron factory. So if anyone has had the same problem and they knew how to fix it, then at least have a look at it and see if you can give me any tips on it. At the moment, I can't progress to the end of it, and it's really starting to annoy me, especially considering I went so far on the gameplay for it. So yeah, I'm currently doing Far Harbour at the moment. I've done all the Far Harbour citizens like missions, and I'm now working on this stuff with the synths. So hopefully you'll be seeing that stuff in the coming weeks. Right, nothing really on that one. Nothing really on that one. Camp pistol. You do not want to carry many kinds of weapons. You want a handy-sized grenade launcher. Okay, this basically turns the pistol into a grenade launcher. I don't know. Okay. Throw hooks. Build 2 chairs, full edition. Okay. Description: this mod slightly expands the possibilities of construction, adding the construction to chairs, hairdressers, chairs, and a plastic surgeon. That you will be free to change the image of your character, added to guard posts. Okay, how it works. It's in the construction of double valley chair, hairdressers, in crafting, in... Okay, I lost interest in that one halfway through. Dynamic settlers. Always put a rating description. This mod will allow you to build settlers in your image and likeness. Yeah, I've covered this one before in the past. I think it was on the latest back then. This mod allows you to change the appearance of settlers who come to your settlement. The faces of the settlers and equals the face of your player. So basically, if you want to have a load of characters walking around that look like your player, then there you go. The costumes will probably be kept to whatever they had them in now. So it won't be like a bunch of clones walking around. Hand harpoons even, sorry. Requires DLC for Far Harbour again. Craft harpoon gun ammo into harpoons that you can throw. Straightforward. Makeshift furniture pack. This is first ever mod, so please be nice. And basically, as you can see here, it's just a bunch of makeshift furniture, like sofa beds and all different stuff like that. So yeah, if you are looking for some different stuff for crafting with, then that one might be for you. Just give me 2 seconds. I need a drink. My throat's starting to go. That's better. Cold tea. Yeah. Interesting construction. Again by Jovno Writer. Whatever that be, that's it. This mod allows you to build most objects and structures, example modified fences, walls, roof, furniture and other, to previously inaccessible areas. Some information on the screenshots, so basically just them ones that you can see right there. Virtual eyebot turrets. Requires the DLC for Far Harbor. Virtual eyebot turrets, craftable in workshop mode. Anyone can fix or re-upload, combine, reconstruct space, and that's it really for that one. Reusable camping. It's kind of like something you can get for Skyrim that I've seen for this actually. This is a season pass version with reusable camping mod. It only currently requires the Far Harbor for the tent, but you'll find something to add on another DLC you may add to this. Okay, there you go. No details on that. Craft your own robot. I've currently had to disable this one because this I thought this might have been one of the ones that was messing with my Automatron game save, but I will be re-downloading it once I've finished all the story missions, just to do a couple mod showcases. What I'm currently working towards at the moment with the modded gameplay videos is actually having a complete clean save, complete clean sweep of all the DLC. I've kept most of the vanilla missions open, things like God, I'm trying to think of an example now. Just basically the missions that you would pick up here. They're the USS Independence, the one where you have to go aboard the ship that's on top of the bank and try and either help them or help the other settlers. There's scavengers. I've kept all those type of missions open, plus a whole bunch of miscellaneous, even though I've completed the main game and moved past most of Automatron and halfway through Far Harbor. I've kept all the other missions open, so when it does come to doing mod showcases, I can do it throughout an actual mission, just to make it a bit more interesting than saying, oh look, this is this mod, this is the mod from the front, this is the mod from the back, bye bye. So instead of doing it like that, I'm just going to incorporate various different mods into the remaining missions once the, I suppose, Nuka World is actually finished, and we'll see how it goes from there. One mod I will be downloading is the improved Nuka World. So when I first start on the Nuka World content, expect to see Nuka World as it should be when it's been repaired. Going back to this mod, basically it just allows you to craft any type of, well, most type of robots, including, as you can see, the Liberty Prime as well. And you basically spawn them by chucking a spawn grenade, which you can craft at the chemistry station, like you do with most other ones. VR attacking spawn explosive, Automatron expanded, better options for your Automatron companions. This obviously requires a DLC for Automatron. This mod is a companion port of 3 mods created by Snark Hunter and Nexus Mods on Nexus Mods. This mod adds new miscellaneous slot item to the Automatron torso option. It also adds an alternative mod to the MSAT mod slot. These are standalone mods with no scripting. These additional component options empower your Automatron companion robot with increased stats, better offense ability, and greater utility. So, PlayStation 4 scrap exoskeleton. Always put rating. Okay, this mod adds in materials, scrap list, exoskeleton, and other small fixes. Friends, okay. Gatling laser optimized capacitor. Adds new Gatling laser receiver mods that swap the ammo type from fusion cores to fusion cells at the cost of damage output and ammo capacity. This mod also adds a unique legendary Gatling laser that's already outfitted with the optimized capacitor. You'll find it locked away safely in the stores on just a stone's throw away from the Dumlin Diner. Dumlin Diner, however you pronounce it. I'm not entirely sure what that one is. I'm not going to bother. Weather fireworks, starter stash, and gear and crafting materials. Added some random boxes in hidden places around the world. A couple of them have tons of caps. It's a simple mod that adds a toolbox with some basic gear, meds, chems, and crafting materials, shipments, to name a few things. He made this mod for himself and a few friends of his. Basically, the locations for these are Sanctuary near the workshop, Starlight Drive-In at the bottom of the screen opposite the stairs. The castle is in one of the hallways next to the pallet of wooden crates. Just reminded me actually, Starlight Drive-In. One thing I will be doing once all the content is over, because I want to put together a couple of my own blueprint ideas on paper first before I start putting blocks into the game. The Starlight Drive-In is obviously one of the flattest and biggest areas. One thing I will be doing once the story content is over is I will be building Gotham City, or trying to. It's just going to be a fun little experiment to actually do. And if you saw the mods, no, not the mods, sorry, the Settlement 101 video that I uploaded the other day, you can see kind of where I actually go in that with it. Guaranteed I was only building my real life house in that, but what I'm planning to do is use the mod that basically levels the entire area. I'm talking takes out the drive-in diner area, takes out the big screen at the end. I want to completely level the entire area, clean it up, and then what I'm going to do is basically build an entire mini city within the confines of that area. I may even add on the settlement restriction limits expander so I can make the area even bigger. And I'm just going to build skyscrapers as tall as I can actually get them, but build them in a American city grid type pattern with a big Central Park type area in the middle. So that would probably be where you usually get the water pool now, so you could have a little pool of water in there if that isn't already cleared up when I'm actually doing it. If it works, I'm hoping it'll be nice and fun to mess about in. I'm probably going to put a couple of animal cages in there as well. And then on the outside, I'm just going to do a big neon sign type of thing that says "Welcome to Gotham City," but it's going to be goth as in the fashion scene type of thing. So GOTH hyphen UM. It's going to be Gotham City. So yeah, just a little thing that I want to do, and it's one of my next pet projects that I want to do once all the story material is actually dealt with. I'm piling up loads of ideas here at this moment, so if there's anything you'd like to see put in there, if you are like a Batman fan or even Gotham, the TV series, if you think of anything that I could possibly incorporate into it, leave it in the comment sections on any of my future videos, and I'll try and make a note of them, and when I actually put them in, I'll try and find some way of putting your YouTube name in, whether it be if I've got a Deathclaw cage in there or something like that, I'll name the Deathclaw after you, if that's an idea. But anyway, that's just something I'm working on, and if you have watched this far and you've actually heard all this, then thank you very much for watching, and like I said, don't forget to leave your ideas. Anyway, deluxe resource pack. It crafted a little resource for settlements out of need of less clutter and more buildable space. 40 shirt with the community. What's added? Genetically engineered food. Deluxe power pylon, deluxe generator, water purifier medium, plus 20 water. A well water pump, plus 15, requires science though. These varying components need to build beyond vanilla counterparts. Each genetically engineered food plant will need more than one of that food type. Okay. I don't know what that mod is. So craftable gorilla. Okay. This is something I might add in as a gorilla grod kind of thing. Have him walking around in the. That's a mini gorilla. Okay. Some gorillas normal size after uninstall and remain in your place of settlements. Shoot them if you don't want to see them. Okay. You can craft gorillas in settlements. Gorillas can be crafted multiple sizes. They are under the decor miscellaneous category of moot fruit. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to add this to my favourites because this is something that I was on about. I might add to the streets running round. So guaranteed he's not running around Central City, but I'll have a mini gorilla or giant gorilla Grodd running around my streets of Gotham instead. Power armor, Nuka Cola, Quantum, various colours of power armor, workshop toolboxes. Uh, now absolutely everything toolbox. Now absolutely everything toolbox in Fallout 4 allows you to scrap and build. For example, you can make yourself a sleeping bag or equip any any location. All obtained in the scrap of the materials will be stored in the toolbox. Okay. Scrap material non-weight. Intercom settlers spawner. Okay. Right. Description. Now, in every settlement, you can find an intercom that will allow you to call settlers during the activation. The number of settlers now they're not limited. The settlers appear immediately. Intercom near the workshops. The mod is compatible with RCS robots coming in settlement. All settlers fully functional. Okay. Happy builders. Happy builder even. This mod adds the happiness to the construction of basic objects: block posts, beds, turrets, and water purifiers, television, garbage collection, and so on. One thing I will say with this, don't forget that if you are trying to build the happiness rating of your settlement up, using a mod won't work if you're doing it just for the achievement, because obviously when you use mods you don't get the achievements anymore. Mod 7.62 millimeter. Okay, no real thing on that one. Craftable ammo. Okay. Various ammunition can be made at chemistry station. Ammunition can be created and materials consumed by each are the same as those by creating the ammunition plant of a DLC Contraptions workshop. Some ammunition requires a high gun nut perk. He made this mod mostly because he felt ingracious that he could not produce even simple ammunition when he could create sophisticated buildings and turrets, but not an ammunition plant. Okay, yeah. Craftable Nuka World weapons and ammo, combat rifle and handmade rifle, simple camping legacy edition, power armor repair kits, bird traps and caltrops fix, simple grass mod. Adds 2 placeable floors with a grass texture. Actually, this is something that I do need. I needed this for my back garden when I was making my house because I had to put a load of soil planters out back instead because I couldn't fit anything down proper. Bluebeard's water purifiers. Pip-Boy and power armor accuracy boost. Food crates use purified water. Sardines of America, Jackpot custom missile launcher, Scarcity automatron. Okay. Alright, what is the DLC for automatron? Scarcity is more rewarding to be complicit with scarcity than exits. Okay. XP rewards from the following reduced to 0: charisma checks, cooking stage, cooking, crafting, weapons and armor modding, lockpick, disarming traps, and so on and so forth. This version also removes robot workbench experience. However, rewards for finding new locations have been increased. Standard locations 35 XP, secret locations 50. Lower chem and bobby pin spawns. Lower starting special points. Okay, so this is a little bit like a survival mode addition if you're looking to make things a little bit harder, and instead of earning XP hand over fist, just for okay, not really much else I can show on the screenshots other than that, but yeah. Scarcity normal version for non-automatron. Special edition mentats. Food crafting using purified water. Customary consumables, survival stash, customized weapons are customizable, companion weapons, are customizable, and same again. Wonderful workshop generator, ammo crafting workbench, ammo crafting workbench for DLC. Don't have a DLC version. Okay, what's this one then? DLC or like no local leader 2 requirements. Okay. Same again. Same again. Post-war workshop. It basically gives you a bunch of different stuff from the post-war stuff that you can't normally find anywhere, like fridges, safes, as you can see in there. This is something that I probably will look into because I had to put a milk machine where I normally have the refrigerator when I was making my home, and there was a couple of items like microwaves and stuff where I had to substitute other stuff in for it as well. So yeah, I'm not finished completely on the house, but it's something that I'm just going to chip away at offline and then show the finished results when it's actually done. UCO season pass additions. Okay, skin armor craft for Fallout 4. Additional workbenches and stores. Okay, consumable overhaul. Unused Brotherhood steel accessories. Skin armor craft for Fallout 4. Power armors. More settlements. This adds a bunch of new settlements into the game. Looks like it. This adds 52 new settlements in Commonwealth. In game, just 30 settlements, and he wanted to increase their number in 2 times. I'm tired. Wait settler, and I use workshop NPC spawn to create settler. Okay. Okay. For activate settlements on map, you need open location and found workshop. Move to workshop NPC spawner. Activate NPC spawner. Fast travel to Sanctuary Hills. Fast travel back. Okay, that seems very weird. Sanctuary max crafting resources. As you can see, this is what I've got. It basically gives you an insane amount of crafting resources in a suitcase right outside of the bridge in Sanctuary. Balls of steel ammo. Healing syringe experimental. Dominic's Doomsday pack. Uncraftable weapon mods. The corporate raiders. Craft and dismantle weapons. World is Dying mod. Covered that quite a few times. Stash. Favourite that one, but I've never really needed it so far. Simple craftable ammo. Venomous hails. Environmental ammo. Build your own scrap. Craft and dismantle weapons for PlayStation 4. Again, craftable balanced ammunition. Balanced craftable ammunition for DLC. Balanced craftable ammunition for regular. Guard post tweaks. Build anywhere. Straightforward. You basically can build anywhere, and that's it. So yeah, I didn't want to push this video too long because I've got people coming around later on. I do apologise for the Higgs excuse there, but it's just one of them things, unfortunately. Thank you very much for everyone who has watched. I'll be doing the Skyrim one straight after this, but that probably will be done as quick as I can. But I'll try and give it an equal amount of time as well, so I'm not sacrificing one for the other. Most of the things we've been through here in the later categories are stuff that you've seen on other ones anyway, so you didn't really miss out too much on them. Thank you very much to everyone who has watched. Don't forget, please like the videos and check out the other content that I featured throughout this video. So thank you very much for watching again, and I'll see you next week for the latest mods. Bye.